Hey YouTube, Darren here. You hear the goats. Okay. This is an update as to what all's been going on, what I've been doing. I hadn't made a video this week. I've been kind of down, hurt my ankle. I got a little bit of tendonitis in it, so I'm kind of gimped up. Can't do a lot of riding or playing. I'm not supposed to be walking around, but you can only sit for so long. Having said that, just wanted to give a couple of shout outs to some people who subscribe to my channel and let them know I appreciate it. And then I want to do a video for Middyband about working with pallets. I told him earlier in the week I was going to do one for him. So let me flip this around and we'll start with this. Middyband brand 98 SYBRAND. Thanks for subscribing to my channel, guy. I appreciate it. Automotive 721. Thanks, I appreciate it. Jwood 1617. Thanks, guys, I appreciate it. And now the person that this is going to is Middyband. And we'll walk over here and I'll show you what I'm going to do. This video is for Middyband. He was doing some work with pallets and was having some problems, and I've done a lot of stuff with pallets, and I wanted to just kind of show him what all you can do. And he asked me to show him a picture of the storage building that I built from pallets, and so this is it. This is a storage building that I built completely from pallets. I think I've got like $60 in it, and the paint's kind of fading, so it shows a little bit of wear now. You can see the blue pallets along the front, and we'll go take a further look. It's got a metal roof that I ended up swapping some stuff for and got that for free. The door I pulled out of a dumpster, and all the pallets I got from behind a store. And here it is. The plywood came out of dumpsters that they were tossing out from construction sites and everything. I have 4 pallets that are built on the bottom, and then they're overlaid with, I want to say, I forgot what thickness of plywood, but they're overlaid with plywood. Hold on just, I'm sorry. There's 6 pallets that make up the base, and then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 pallet that I split right there, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, and a half a pallet there and there, and that's 1 pallet, 2 pallets, 3 pallets, 4 pallets. And then the door, 1 pallet, 2 pallets stacked on top of each other, and then I framed in a door frame for that exterior door. All of this I built out of pallets, and I'm going to show him what I ended up doing, because these things are hard to work with. They're a pain in the butt. Everything you do you have to pre-drill. If you have to separate any of the boards, you end up using a sawzall to cut the boards with, because you just end up splintering it. They've been in there so long, and I think I had collected a total of 60 pallets and had them sitting in my yard. My wife was not happy. And then I started working on them, and I got everything down to where I could work with them and get it tweaked. And I'll kind of show you what I did. You can see this is pallet construction and pallet construction. I've actually had this towed here on a skid loader. I've got it on 4x4 skids, and so you can run a cable under it, around it, and back up, and you can winch it onto a skid loader. We'll go down this side. Hold on just a second. There we go. Now you can see 1 pallet, 2 pallet, 3 pallets. I never dressed up this side of it. Where I was living, I was going to put a lean-to on this side, but we ended up moving it, so I just never got around to painting it. Nobody sees this side. Anyway, the back side is vinyl siding, and the reason I did vinyl siding is I only had enough to do the back, and I'd never done it before, and I thought, hell, why not try it? It was free. It was pieces that I've picked up here and there, and so that's it. Now I'll show you what I ended up doing. Now we're back. This is one of the pallets that I used to construct the wall, and you might be able to see inside there, but the bottom of this pallet, I took a piece of 2x4 and cut it to fit inside the edge of the pallet. It would have been right in there, and filled it in so it was a solid square. And then I screwed it in with, I believe these are 3-inch deck nails or deck screws. So I had a solid surface to mount to my plywood. And after I did that, I took my drill and I pre-drilled my holes, and I put in lag bolts, and I think I put in 3 or 4 for each pallet going down each side all the way around. And after that, I had a base. I had a pretty solid base, but the pallets still weren't connected together. So what I did to connect the pallets, hold on just a second. Okay, now we're back. So when I was going to attach one pallet to another pallet to make a section, I would pre-drill my hole. There we go. And then I would drive or screw this, I want to say it's a 4.5-inch lag bolt, 5-inch, something like that, into it. I would drive one in, and I would go 1, 2. I would do 2 on this side, and I would go from the other side and do 3, 4. And so I'd have 2 going this way. I would have 2 driving in that way and 2 coming in this way, and that would secure that section right there. And for the next level, what I would do is I would get a piece of treated lumber, trim it down to fit inside the pallet like that, and I would put it in, and I would screw it together with lag bolts just like that. So what I was doing in effect was building this in 4-foot sections at a time, just almost like a modular building. I would put that row together, and then I would put that row together all the way across. So when I first got it finished, I had a 4-foot section all the way across, and when I finished again, I had a second row all the way across. I stuffed the inside of this with styrofoam. You can see the ceiling. I did that. That I would get out of different. A dumpster dive. I would get a lot of it out of dumpsters and just extra pieces that I could find. And the plywood was what I was able to scavenge together. So nothing is quite true, but it was free. The pegboard I got for free. I had to get a pallet full of it, so I took the pallet full and sold half of it to buy the metal to go on the roof. So the metal on the roof was free. Anytime you had to do any construction that involved screwing a board onto a pallet, you have to use deck screws, and you have to pre-drill every hole because the wood is just so hard. There were also times when I would have to cut a pallet apart to take a good board and put it on one that was broken, because I didn't want to use a pallet with broken boards. So you would take a Sawzall, a long blade, a bimetal blade, and you would put it inside the crack, or if you needed to, open it up with a cat's paw, drill, cut that off, and you would do it all the way down. And that's the only way I found to get these boards off without breaking them, and I broke a lot. and the ones you do break, you have a bonfire. So it took me about a month working on and off in the afternoons. This is where they hit my basketball goal when they were bringing it down here on the back of the skid loader. So it was up. That was the rim of the basketball goal, and that's what happened to the basketball goal. So it was up about 14 feet. That piece of wood came off, that piece of sheathing. So I will do this side in vinyl siding, and I'm actually going to tow it over to my shop side probably. So I'll have it on a skid loader, and I'll do another video of that. But it really didn't show a whole lot, but that's how I did it. The rest of it is basic construction. It wasn't hard, it was really different. The neighbors would stop by and watch to see what you're doing because they'd never seen anything done like that before. Could you build a house out of it? Yeah, you can. There's some good videos and demonstrations of people doing construction. Pallet home construction is what they call it. You can do it. There's even some kind of a brochure or something like that from FEMA, if you have any faith in them, about pallet constructed homes as emergency shelters in times of disaster. Now you can look it up, but that's about it. And I've gotten a lot of good use out of it. I keep a full set of tools, metric wrenches, standard wrenches, metric and standard sockets, and this has kind of become my compressor room as well, and a catch-all. I keep a portable generator in here. I've got generators on each property, each house, and I'll do a video on that as well. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's nothing pretty, but it did a good job, and it was free. See you guys.